No, they were like around 17, 18 when they came out with their first single. So I think age is really just a number, and it doesn't really matter how old you are, you just need to be intelligent enough.
I mean, you could be 28 and write crap.
Or you could be 60 and write crap.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, I don't think it doesn't matters how old you are or how young
You just need to be
are.
intelligent
but shouldn't you be writing for Us magazine or something?
Yeah, because...
He's trying to get us in trouble with Jan right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm not going to say anything right.
No, why not? I mean, I would imagine they should write for that because you guys know how those little kids feel.
I don't know.
I detest. To call it an industry is absolutely stupid. Because it's just a bunch of hypocrites who are sitting around all day making crappy music. A couple of them are very, very talented, not to take that away from them. But the rest of them are making music that will, die out after a year.
Or after 6 months, and they have like huge rock star egos with nothing to back them. You can have an ego if you have something to back that up with. I mean,
right.
If like Ali Asmat has an ego, that's okay because he's Ali Asmat. You've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
But if someone like Atif Aslam has an ego, no offense to the guy.
So anyhow, my little munchkins, I'll try to finish my question now.
What to do?
Yes, I mean.
I feel like Shahi right now.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
like every question I would ask him.
Yes. Okay. So now my question really was.
What?
After these two,
You can
diversions.
just slice them up and edit it. I guess.
Yeah. No. We won't edit it. We'll do it in full. And so now my question really was that since you guys have done all this, what gave you the confidence to say that your opinion matters? And I'm really curious about this because you've probably seen a lot of newspaper critics to this day. They go in that mellow fashion without really taking a stand on anything. If they point out a critique, it'll be followed immediately by something that counteracts the critique.
Exactly.
So what is it that gave you guys the confidence?
I think it just grew over time. When we started out, we didn't.
At age 19.
No, we were 18 then.
We were 18.
No, I mean the confidence at age 19 or 18. Yeah.
I don't know, when we started out with Band Baja, to this day I still tell Safwat the same thing, that I had no idea that we'd ever become this big. I even doubted that we'd ever come out with the first issue. But I think as time grew by, we realized that maybe our opinion did matter to some people, but I still don't think that it does matter to. I think it does matter, but people like to read what we are writing.
And plus, our reviews or our interviews are not entirely negative. If you're saying something negative, it's for their own good. That's what I think gives us the confidence, because we know that we're doing something for the good of the musician and not ourselves. We're not going to gain anything by saying that so and so does not make good music or so and so's.
Yeah, exactly, because we're not getting paid by the third party, or we're not
contrary to what people say.
Right.
Yeah, so we're not getting anything out of it. Seriously, we're not getting money out of it. We're not getting famous out of it. Quite the opposite, otherwise, actually. And it's basically a very thankless job if you look at it. But
the musicians think that the listeners over here are like some clones from The Wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall. Where the scene Brick in the Wall, where they all come out from the factory, all controlled, to think the same way. They think we're like that, and we're not going to be like that. You have to think out of the box.
Out of the box.
Out of the box.
Right. Did you read that in your management book?
No, actually this is
HUMA doesn't study management.
Oh, okay, so you told her
Management
that.
books don't teach you to think out of the box. Yeah, my management book's over there. You can look at it.
I teach management.
Do you teach that book?
Which one is it?
I don't know. I studied it 2 semesters ago. I don't remember a single word.
It's a crappy one. No wonder it doesn't have it. So now my point to you girls is that so you've had a situation where an obsessive fan has basically been harassing you people for your opinions.
Yes.
Against Faraz. So who was it directed at? At you.
Yeah. But okay.
And rewrite history now.
Let me rewrite history right now.
Yeah.
I started getting harassed by this guy before the Mizrabil Dill Pakistan. Even the original Dill Pakistan cover that they'd done had come out. I was getting harassed way back in June 2004. I've been getting harassed since the past year or so, basically. No, actually May 2004. I'm not even sure. And I've been getting harassed since then. And till this date, every time I go online, I've actually stopped going to discussion forums right now, but every time I go online, I read some kind of crap about myself. And that guy, whoever he's out there, and if he's watching this show, which he will if Babar's in the same show as well, he needs to realize that there is a certain thing called, a revenge, which when I take, will be very, very, very painful.
It all started because
Someone else wrote a review, I got in the middle of it, and
someone else wrote a review of NUSRAT's album, and on a discussion forum while it was being discussed, HUMA posted that so a lot of people, a lot of NUSRAT groupies were like, we're going to go to his house and harass him, and HUMA was like, you should treat the writer with some respect. I mean, it's his opinion. Why are you personally abusing him? And just for saying that,
So she had sympathy for the
she
devil,
had sympathy
basically.
for the devil.
because I'm a writer, obviously.
Exactly.
If I think some guy is right in writing what he says, then I would say the same thing about someone who says something bad about NFP, because the guy is way older than any of us. You have no right to call him names or insult him. Even if you do it online, if you do it on the street, or you do it in your own house, you don't have any right to do that, because the guy is at least 20 years older than you. He's seen way more, and he knows way more than you will ever do. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, don't just go around calling him names.
I won't.
Not you.
Don't worry. Just calm down, girls. It's not me.
You have no right to call anyone names just
because of their opinion. I think that's what Pakistani writers have to take as a side effect of writing what they feel like, is that you have to take a lot of crap
most
from
of these people over here on this.
I think that was a great spread, though. I loved it in the Herald.
Yeah, but don't you think that it's very noticeable that it's just Zaka and all these men?
Huh? I didn't read much into it. Girls, you tell me what it means.
I don't know, I just think it's very sad that after all these years we just have a Zaka to show us the face of female music in Pakistan.
No, but I mean, it depends on what kind of music you're talking about. Let's say all the Eastern music is dominated by the women.
Yeah, but in this genre, I mean, it's just very sad that it's just Zaka.
Yeah,
But that's because you girls are abnormal. Nobody really likes pop and rock.
Yes. I read this comment on Orchid on our band project community that says, guys, I think it's time for Pakistanis to start doing hip hop because rock has become boring.
Exactly.
So-
Why don't you girls like that stuff?
Hip hop is now the new keyword.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special pseudo-intellectual message.
Dear Good Times, I have not heard from you yet, and I'm still waiting. I ask the mailman every morning if there is any reply from Good Times. I'm sure you people of Good Times are too busy having a good time to reply to someone like me, but I love your magazine. I'm including a picture of me with some teachers of mine during my college days. It was a student-teacher party. Please print it in Good Times with all those fashionable people drinking suspicious orange juice. Thank you, Fasi. What's your favorite band? Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
I like everybody.
It's such a
No, my personal favorite,
Yeah.
I love strings.
You love strings?
Yeah.
Okay, and you?
vital signs.
Say Sajid and Zeeshan.
Okay, Sajid is no. I think you guys are great, but my all-time favorite still has to be vital signs.
Vital signs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strings.
Same.
No.
Vital and strings. I have to admit strings. I love strings.
Okay, that's great. But is it because they're two really good-looking guys?
No.
Now here.
I can tell you this from somebody who's seen Bilal Maqsood when I think he was disheveled and unshaven and just rolled out of bed, and I assure you, there's nothing.
No, you
So
out of this
Your
world.
friend just saw him
No,
roll out of
actually,
bed?
Oh my god.
I went
What are you
into-
talking about? What kind of show do you think this is?
I don't know.
There's no gossip queens here. Just a serious music journalist. Yeah.
You're what? You're what?
I'm a serious music journalist.
Yeah, they're very nice people. Very, very nice. You know, in fact, I think some of the most genuinely nice people you'll see. You see,
I agree with that. I met them once, but they were really nice.
Superficially nice people who जो आके hi क्या हाल है and hugs and kisses all around. But
Yeah, but anyhow, now I come to my question, which I was
What
trying
was
to
it?
ask you
what
girls.
was it?
Is that, I mean, I read a lot about how they make music recently. And it sort of disappointed me that, that you two kind of, solos and
No,
the nuances.
that's not because of you. That's because Shalom plays for them.
Now, that's my point here. Now, I used to respect it that, there were two guys,
But,
immensely
Bilal
talented.
has-
And then there's also Shahi, who's involved a lot into it. So, you girls presumably know this.
Yeah.
So what is the root, what's the root basis for your enjoyment of these guys as a
I
band?
like Strings for their second album, which was Strings 2. I mean, I don't care if Charlotte's played on it or not. I
And
just
then when we interviewed Strings, that was a question that I asked Bilal, and he's like, he has a reasoning which I understood. I might not agree with it, but he